Ayo guys, welcome to the channel, welcome into JUNO'S. I hope everybody's doing well. So, PoE, Path of Exile 2 has been out for about 3 weeks to a month now. And when it was released a few weeks ago, there were many YouTubers gassing it up. Big YouTubers such as Legendary Drops, Asmongold, Darth, microtransactions. They were all gassing up this game, and they were, before the game was released or before early access was released, there were gameplay videos that was released where I agreed with Asmongold. Now, just to give you some background, I myself am a big Diablo fanboy. I've been playing Diablo since Diablo 2. And I still think Diablo 2 is one of the best games to date. However, when Path of Exile 2 was released, I heard what these guys were saying, what these big YouTubers were saying. And I thought, you know what? Let me not take their word for it. Let me give the game a go myself. So I purchased it maybe a few days later after early access released. Sorry guys. And while I was playing the game, there was a few things I picked up about the game. Now, the first thing was the loot drop. Now, I'm about 15 hours in. I haven't finished the game. I'm in about Act 2. And I picked up that the loot drop wasn't that great in Path of Exile 2. Now, it is an early access release. But I didn't think it was that great, man. I picked up a few items, not all my items, but I picked up a few items pretty early in the game, and I still have it, and I picked it early up in Act 1, and I haven't found anything that has been better than these items. I'm playing a monk, so I have like a robe thing, and I've had this thing from the beginning of the game. It was like one of the first items I picked up. And yeah, I don't know, man. So I'm not impressed by the loot drop. I also think that people are gassing up the skill tree, the massive one with all those points. I do think people are gassing it up. It's a passive skill tree, and if you actually compare the active skill tree from PoE 2 to the active skill tree from Diablo 4, there is more within the skill tree of Diablo 4. And then the graphics, man. I do think that the Diablo game's graphics is better. I prefer it. I know there's people that say they prefer PoE 2, but I prefer the Diablo 4 graphics. I prefer the theme of the game. I prefer the way the characters look, the characters customization, the way the world looks. I prefer all these things, and I didn't get the hype, man. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed playing PoE 2, but I didn't get this massive hype. I didn't think it was light years beyond Diablo 4 until this moment right here, guys. Shit, am I marked? I'm marked, guys. Take out your heart. I'm marked. Oh, nice. Let's fucking go. Go. Now, as you can see, after I defeated the Count, I was completely gassed. I was completely gassed by this game. The Count was a brilliant fight. And this is where Path of Exile 2 really starts to take stride, man, ahead of Diablo 4. There was a few, almost all the areas had bosses. And they were all different. However, there were 3 standout bosses for me. The top tier, was the Count, man. The Count was the guy. I had to fight him about 5 times, and there were so many layers to his fight. You had to learn, and you had to kind of know what you had to do in those situations that he presented you with. It wasn't just a stand and deliver kind of a fight. You weren't just standing there. He wasn't just standing there and everybody's just spamming abilities and spamming potions, man. This was an actual calculated fight in order to defeat him, and it was put together brilliantly. It was put together brilliantly. The other two that I did enjoy, it was that dude on top of the trees that Finn sends you to. I think that's his people. I do think that dude was a pretty good fight. And then that Ice Witch, man. I also enjoyed fighting that Ice Witch. She's like the second boss. You get the boss before Clearfile, and then after Clearfile, that first area you in, that witch there, that Ice Witch, she was also a brilliant fight. I actually died a few times to her because I thought you were stuck inside like that area where she's located. However, afterwards I realized that you can leave because she had that wolves after you and that wolves and her were just slaughtering me. So she actually killed me quite a few times, but she was also a good fight. So the thing I like about those fights were the layers to the fight. They were difficult fights. They were difficult fights, but they were not impossible. So it was enjoyable in terms of you were enjoying the challenge of those fights. However, it was like not impossible. Like it wasn't like I'm still playing the game. I'm still moving forward in the game. I struggled a bit, and I'm still moving forward in the game. And I actually think the last time you really felt that in the game was Diablo 2. I ain't gonna lie. Diablo 2's bosses, in certain scenarios with certain characters, weren't that easy, and you kind of had to like figure your way through them. But I do think this is like another level, man. I think these boss fights are another level. The other thing that I do enjoy about PoE2 is the actual active skills, your skill ability. I'm currently playing the monk, and I'm really enjoying it, man. The way you have to use your different abilities together. The main word being together. You're not just there maxing out one skill and spamming it the whole time. Sorry, my daughter needed me, but like I was saying, yeah, the skills, the way they put together, the way you use them, together, it gives so much depth to the game, because you kind of need to learn the different skills that you like to use in the different scenarios. And normally you obviously you fight in different you fight in either a boss or you fight in a horde of enemies, or you fight in different enemies, and they attack your different skills and in different numbers. So you kind of need to learn which skills you like to use in those different scenarios, and that gives nice depth to the game, and that gives nice depth to the game. So in my personal opinion, the YouTubers, they were right. I don't know if I'll ever give up on Diablo 4. I haven't purchased the expansion. I don't have money to just kind of throw everywhere, but PoE2 is a brilliant game, and from what I've experienced, and from what you guys have heard in the video, I actually think the gameplay, I might like the look of Diablo 4, but the actual gameplay, the thing that actually matters about a game, it's what I prefer about Path of Exile 2, which you can't, once you enjoy the gameplay, you can't really debate what's the better game. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe, and we are on the road to 250 subscribers. I think we're currently on about 105, somewhere there. So I'd like to reach, by the end of 2025, I'd like to reach like 500 to 600 subscribers, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.